Hello everybody, welcome back to Sin City Living. Jason here bringing you today's video. So today is an email sent to us by Brad. Got a couple different names for the strategy. Could call it the Back to the Future or the Flux Capacitor. I kind of like the Flux Capacitor actually. And he gets that name because it's based off the number 88, which, you know, for those of you guys that are old like me to remember, 88 miles an hour. 88 miles an hour gets the Flux Capacitor going. So let's take a look and see how the strategy works. Don't forget, by the way, guys, any of you guys looking for an online casino to bet real low limit stuff to practice your strategies, that's how I used to practice my roulette strategies, poorly, by the way, or a great sports book if you're out of state, check out the casino I found. There's some links down below that'll have some sign-up special stuff like that. So give it a try if it's something you're interested in. Otherwise, let's take a look. So he's doing this on a $15 minimum bet table. $15 minimum bet table. And he starts out, it's after the point. The point does not really matter because he's going to place it regardless. So let's just take a look. Looking at 88 inside, so that's 20, 20, 24, 24. Okay, 88 inside. 88 inside, and first roll, throw in $2 and go to 15 each. 4 and 10. So now you're in $90. Second roll, let's say an inside number hits, because it would pay more. You would get paid $28. You would press inside $22. You would press inside $22. So put it right here. All right, that gets you up to 110 inside. You would also collect $16. Now the third roll, you regress everything down to 96 across. So hopefully, the hope here is that you have an inside number that rolls on your third roll. So you're going to collect that $25. Plus you have already collected your 16. So if you get to 3 rolls, you're going to have, in a best case scenario, you have collected $55. And then you regress down to 96 across included, and collect the rest as well. So you have 90, if you catch the 3 rolls, you will have $95 in your rail, and you will be at 96 across. So you have a $5 profit, because remember, $90 to get to this. You'll have a $5 profit after 3 rolls, and you've got your 96 across, including the point. So that's the idea. The idea behind this strategy is to have the free bet. Basically, you no longer have impacted your bankroll after 3 rolls of the dice. So since you have a 1 in 6 chance of a 7 coming out, basically 50% of the time you should make this. 50% of the time you should make this. It's not a terrible strategy, but I want to look at some alternate ideas. So 3 rolls, 2 rolls, and of course 1 roll, we know that we're down after 1 roll of the dice and then a 7. After 1 roll of the dice and then a 7, we would be down $90. If it was a 0.7 out, we would be down $88. 2 rolls of the dice with a 7, instead of 90, now we're down $74. 3 rolls of the dice, we have a $5 profit. $5 profit to our original bankroll. So I want to look at something else. I want to look at what if, now all these were off best case scenarios, although it only really matters based on a buck difference on worst case having a 4 or 10 roll. So let's take a look at something different. Instead of $90 invested from the get-go, let's go ahead and invest $96. Let's go ahead and invest $96 from the get-go. And let's look at two things. Let's look at worst case scenario and best case scenario on a mid press. I'm going to look at a power press. I'm going to look at a mid press. Worst case scenario would be different numbers rolling. Different numbers rolling. Best case scenario would be the same number rolling 3 times. And I'd say mid case would be 2 repeaters. So worst case scenario, let's look at, say, a 4 or a 10 roll, which would pay 27. Okay. So after 1 roll of the dice, right there, now we want a second one. So again, worst case scenario, we've got our 17 plus the original, plus the 17 from the first one, so that puts us at 34. And now an inside number. Doesn't particularly matter which inside number. Well, we said worst case scenario, so we'll stick with the worst case scenario, which makes it a little bit less. Right? So we've got 34 there, plus another 14, right? That's 48. Now, let's look at medium case scenario. Right? And bear with me, guys, I have a reason for this. So, at least I think I have a reason for this. So, medium case scenario. Medium case scenario is, oh, let me reset this. We're going to run this 3 times. Let's take a look. All right, medium case scenario, we would be looking at a repeater. A repeater, 1 number rolling twice. Okay, so let's go with worst case scenario, so that one that will roll twice will be in here. Okay, so the first time, so after 1 roll of the dice, 14. Then let's say, since we're staying with worst case scenario, let's go ahead and say the 10 again. 4 or 10, doesn't really matter. So now 17 plus our 14, right, 31. And now we repeat down here. So since we're doing a mid press, we would collect 23 plus our 31, that means 54 bucks, okay? Now we're going to look at best case scenario. Best case scenario, well, not totally best case. Best case scenario would be like a 10 rolling 3 times. We're going to say 3 times on one of the inside numbers. Let's go ahead and do the 9. Let's go ahead and do the 9. So, going to collect 11 the first time. Then I'm going to collect a green, plus they have their 11. Right. Then they're going to go 50 and collect. So they've got 36 right there. So they will have $70. Okay, so $96 invested. Okay, $96 invested. So we've got the original strategy where if it's a 0.7 out, they lose $88. For the other strategy, 0.7 out, they lose $96. $8 difference, they lose $8 more. If it's a 0.1 hit and then a 7 out, this player loses $90. So 1/3 of the time, they're going to lose either $88 or $90. Either $88 or $90. Okay. Whereas this player over here, if it's 1 hit and then a 7 out, they are going to lose 73, 82, or 85. So if it's a point one hit, if it's a point seven out, this player loses $8 more than this player. If it's a point one hit, seven out, this player loses $90, this player loses in the 70s or 80s. If it's a point two hits and then the seven out, this player, remember they're $90, so they're gonna lose $74. This player with their 96 is gonna lose 62, 65, or 60. 62, 65, or 60. Well, this player loses $74. So, point seven out, this player loses $8 more. Point one hits seven out, this player loses the most. Point two hits seven out, this player loses the most. Okay. So, you have to go, you've gone two rolls of the dice without a seven, then the seven comes on the third hit. So that's 50% of the time. That's three rolls of the dice. That's 50% of the time. So this player will lose on two of those rolls. This player loses more on one of those rolls. Now, if you make it to that third roll, which again should be about 50% of the time, this player will have a $5 profit sitting in their rail. They will be sitting on 96 across. This player will still have a negative, depending on what kind of scenario they hit. For instance, in this case, they're down $26. In this case, they're down $42. Or at least they have $42 less in their rail. In this case, they have $26 less in their rail. In this case, we are 96. This case, they have $48 less in their rail. Right? So if you make it to that third, this player now has a $5 profit. This player, their bets are much better positioned for continuing along. If you make it to the fifth or sixth roll without a seven, this player is likely to have made more already. This player will make money. 50% of the time they will make money. 50% of the time they will take a loss. Keep in mind, you make it to that third roll and then have the seven out come on the fourth roll. Okay, if the seven out comes on the fourth roll, this player made $5. Player made $5. That's 66% of the time, 2 out of 3 times to make it up to that point. Not to make it to that point, up to that point. You got a 1 in 6 chance of making it, of having that roll come on the fourth roll if you make it to there. So again, second and third rolls they lose. Well, first, second, and third rolls they lose a ton. Point immediate, seven out. So just an alternate idea. Take with it what you will. Thank you very much for sending the strategy to us. I hope you guys all find this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or at least just plain fun. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now. Thank you everybody for watching today's video, and as promised, a little bit more detail on things that we are working on. So again, we want to continue trying to expand the channel. We're really hoping to be able to add roulette as soon as possible, and then some video keno, video slots, stuff along those lines. Unfortunately, it ate up almost all of our cash, paying off all of our bills during the month of January while we were down. And now that the holidays have ended, YouTube's payouts have dropped significantly. So we're kind of treading water here as far as all that goes. Do have a lot of things we want to add, though. Not just those things, those additional games, and hopefully some carnival games and such like that. But the live streams. The biggest problem right now with the live streams is with 3 jobs combined between the 2 of us, 4 if I include the 20 to 30 hours a week I'm putting into the YouTube channel. It's very, very difficult for me to have a day and time that I can commit to doing the live stream every single week, because we also have our very young child to take care of. But I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being on Monday nights or
Tuesday afternoons, or possibly both. I intend to do at least one live stream exclusively for our patrons, and then another one on the YouTube channel. So possibly both days. We also have a few other things that we really want to attempt to move forward on. I'm just running into either time or skill set issues. I do want to eventually have a website going for us. I did used to program websites over a decade ago. A lot of things have changed, and I just don't have that time. And not a whole lot of knowledge on the current state of building websites, hosting what sites can host, and how to build up the e-commerce stuff. So if anybody has any skill sets along those lines and would like to answer some questions or just help us out, shoot us an email, sincitylivinglv@gmail.com. Also, I really hope to be able to start adding some exclusive stuff from Sin City Living, logoed shirts, hats. I'm looking to get custom dice made, even custom layouts made, although those would be pretty expensive. But I know zero about e-commerce and drop shipping and anything along those lines. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area, please email me. I would love to ask you some questions and see if you can answer a few to help me figure out how to get that going. Same thing with designing our logos. I had some logos designed, very, very small logos, unfortunately, not big enough to blow up to put on t-shirts and stuff like that. And again, I know I know nothing about logo design, graphic design, any kind of websites that could do it. I literally know nothing. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area also, please email me, and you're willing to answer some questions, please email me and let me know. I'll admit I don't even know where to start as far as asking some questions, but I'm sure I'll ask a few, and that'll trigger a few more, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's that, and of course we do hope to continue to improve our AV setup, but I am an AV moron, so also right there, if you have any skill sets or knowledge in that area, please email me, and are willing to answer some questions. Please email me and let me know. We would love to help. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching, and we're very excited to continue bringing you our videos. Bye now.